We're back. Like I said in the first segment, Ben and I have been brainstorming and looking forward to this show for some time now. We have 6 hot dogs that we want to show you. We're kind of going to play dueling banjos here, but not with stringed instruments, but with hot dogs. Now, I'll warn you, these aren't any ordinary hot dogs we're doing. We're stepping out of the box so far on some of these, you can't even see the box anymore. Besides, me and Ben, we don't like playing boxes anyway. You ready to roll, Ben?
Yeah, man, let's do this.
Okay, so we're using Nathan's hot dogs today, right?
Yes.
Now, I think that they're like the perfect grilling hot dog.
Well, they've been in business for over 95 years, Steve. They obviously have worked all the kinks out of their product.
Well, I was always talking to these guys, and we see them in our stores all the time. You know, Al Capone was a pretty regular customer up there in Coney Island.
Cary Grant too, yeah.
Yeah, and also they do the World Hot Dog Eating Championship with these dogs.
Yep.
So
Every 4th of July they have that contest.
I'm excited. There's a couple different kinds of hot dogs they have. We're using the bun length, and we're using the skinless today. They do have the ones with the natural casing on it if you like that crunch and that bite to it.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get started. You got the first hot dog. You're up first. What are we doing?
We are going to do our traditional chili dog.
Okay.
And the chili that we're using is custard stand chili. And this is easily the best chili that you can buy inside of a Kroger.
I agree. I get this, and I think it's kind of a local product, isn't it?
It is. It is family owned and operated out of Webster Springs, West Virginia. Custard Stand also runs little restaurants up there for their hot dogs.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And hot dogs are not the only thing that this product can be used for. You can use it for chili cheese fries. You can use it for cheesy baked potato, nachos. Can also be used for
I like potatoes, potatoes and cover them up with the chili and cheese on it.
Yep.
It's great. So our first one, our normal chili dog, and that's about as close to the vest as we're staying today, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to get kind of crazy here.
Yeah, it's going to get different.
So now it's my turn. So what I'm going to do, I want to do a Southwestern style dog.
Okay.
Okay. First, we're going to start out with a little pico de gallo. I've got some diced up tomatoes here. I've got a little bit of bell pepper. And these are not so hot. These are like little Anaheim chilies I put in there just a little bit to kind of give it a little bit of heat, not a lot.
A little more kid friendly.
Yeah, a little bit better kid friendly.
Right.
Except for my kids, they love it. Some red onion. And we're going to put some cilantro. You got to put a little bit of salt and pepper in here, so I'm going to put a little bit of that. Sprinkle it in there because those tomatoes always seem to take a little bit more. So I've got a little bit of granulated garlic that I like to put in there also. A little hot sauce, and then we need our citrus. So I've got this lime and lemon here. I'm just going to take a half of one of a lime and a half of a lemon, and we got other plans for that other half here in just a second. So we got our lemon and our lime. You know, one thing I also like to kind of put in there, just a little bit, is a tiny bit of vinegar and a little bit of oil, just to kind of bring the flavors out in it just a little bit. Okay, let me stir this up.
More of a dressing.
It does, yeah. So we'll just stir that up like that.
Keeps the vegetables and fruits from oxidizing.
Yeah. Now we got our little pico de gallo here. I'm gonna set this aside for just a second.
All right.
But we're gonna make some guacamole to go on this dog too, which is really exciting. So we've done this before. You've seen avocados we used on the show a lot. I'm going to take my knife in here until it hits that middle seed. Then I'm going to kind of run it around the pit just like that and twist. And it comes out just like that. In the avocado, what you got here, you want it to be a little dark on the outside, and you want it to give a little, because you really don't want, you got that?
Sure thing.
You really don't want to, get one that's kind of green, because it will not kind of get smushy like a good guacamole is supposed to be. So I'm going to do this real easy. I got a little grate here. You can dice it up whatever you want to do. But we're just going to kind of put it right on top of this little grate right here and push it right down through. And real simple. If you have one of these, great. If not, you can dice them, take them out of the shell, just like that. And another neat trick for guacamole is when you're making it, don't cut up extra, tomatoes and onions and stuff for it. Take a little bit of your pico de gallo, just kind of throw it in there, just kind of give it that flavor. I want to put a little bit more lime and a little bit more lemon in here, and then we'll be ready to build this thing, just like that. And probably a little more salt too.
There you go.
So we've got it all mashed up already. I'm just going to kind of move it around. So we've got all of our components made for this. So I'm going to set this on the side for just 2 seconds. Now, let's build this baby.
Sure thing.
Okay, starting out with the dog. Just like that. No cheese on this. This was a really fresh tasting dog. I'm going to go ahead and put the guacamole down first. Kind of put it on top and get a little base going. And then I've got some sour cream here that we kind of put in a little bottle. And I just kind of mix it up a little bit. So we're going to squirt that sour cream right there on that, just like that. And then we're going to finish it off with 2 things. A little bit more of this pico de gallo. Just like that. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Man, that is a beautiful looking dog.
That is nice.
And then I've got one more thing I like. I got some chili pepper. But this is a chipotle chili. So we're just going to kind of push it on there like that and give it a good little flavor. And that's our southwestern dog.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, we're 2 down.
2 down.
Your turn.
All right, my turn.
What are you doing?
All right, we are going to do a caprese dog.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, and we're using the same recipe that is used for the Cold Chef on the Run. Fresh mozzarella, roasted red tomatoes, which are available from the Olive Bar,
okay,
and a little bit of chiffonade basil, and then some reduced balsamic
vinegar.
Man,
this is going to be a neat hot dog.
This is a very neat hot dog.
Now, you actually made this for your family
we made
when we
these
were R&D in this, right?
We made these on Sunday night, and it was ridiculous. My son loves it. He's 2.5, and he loves this hot dog. So
the tomatoes are kind of sweet. They're marinated already,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Then they're roasted.
Right. They're available on the Olive Bar, and this mozzarella fresca is available in the cheese shops. And so we got the fresh mozzarella down first. We have some roasted tomatoes going in here. Going to get a little bit of basil and do chiffonade. And chiffonade is a fancy way for saying cutting it into strips.
Confetti almost, huh?
Yes, almost. So
this is an easy dog to make if you got all the components there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everything.
Basil on a hot dog, man. Imagine that.
Oh, this is things.
And that's a balsamic glaze you have right there, right?
Yep.
Look at that. That is amazing right there. I like to use when I make caprese dogs or make caprese salad. I like to use those tomatoes other than the fresh ones because there's such a great flavor to it. So there we go. When we come back, we're going to continue making hot dogs. But first, it's time to announce our winner of the Cookin' with Kroger sweepstakes.